Okay, here's what's on my mind. It's a quarter of the way through the year of my second year of my 2-year master's degree. I'm having breakfast at like midday because I've been sleeping like 12 hours every night, sitting chugging orange juice constantly for the last week, taking vitamin supplements, doing absolutely everything I can to not get sick because this degree is literally slowly killing me. The long hours, the stress levels, everyone hit a wall like 6 months ago and we're still just plowing. It's just a day at a time, push through is the only way to finish this degree. And you would think that we would all be miserable, but we're kind of loving it. So this degree is literally killing us and we're happy about it. So why is that? Well, it gives us a reason to get up in the morning. Humans need reasons. We need purpose. We need forward momentum. We crave working towards things. And this degree certainly gives us that. We have every reason, every day, often weekends, to get up in the morning, to get into campus, to get stuff done because other people are relying on us. We have to-do lists to work our way through. We have assessments that are due. We have films that we're making that we care so deeply about, that are showing the deepest recesses of our emotions and our beings, and we're putting that onto screen to share with people. And these are the films that are going to kickstart our careers. You know, we dream of making films this year that will end up in festivals and on big screens and be important calling cards for us as we enter the industry. So we have purpose. And I know that one day we will look back at these harrowing 2 years of our lives and be like, I missed that. I already am like pre-grieving, finishing, and no longer being able to spend my life in the communal space with all my peers, throwing jokes around the room, just being tired together and loving life together. I already pre-grieve missing having that community. We're gonna look back and be like, those were the best days of our lives. But why? I'm tired all the time. I feel like I'm on the edge of getting sick all the time. I miss my friends all the time. I miss my social life all the time. I miss hobbies that have just fallen off the edge. When's the last time I actually went bouldering? I miss bouldering, you know? It used to be a big part of my life when I just had a normal 9 to 5 and I wasn't constantly consumed by my to-do list. And one day we will look back and we will miss this, and what we will actually miss is purpose. Because creatives, and I'd imagine people in other fields too, we are always finding our value and our purpose in our work, and it's such a trap. It's such a dangerous trap, especially when you work in an industry where most people are freelance. You might be busy for 6 months and then have nothing to do for 3. So what are you supposed to do in those 3 months if you no longer have purpose because you're expecting work to fill that void? It's so important that we learn to find other things that get us up in the morning, other things that drive us, that give us a reason to look after ourselves, to look after other people, to actually clean our room, brush our teeth, do the basic things. Those things all require purpose. And if you haven't got any, then they require deep self-discipline, and eventually that stock will run out. For me, it's my Christian faith and my relationship with Jesus. But for other people, it needs to be something that is true for them and works for them. The people at uni that I don't want to say surviving, but I can see a difference in the people at uni that have a balanced life and those who don't. And by balance, I mean they have a reason outside their work and they have a value outside their work. People who are parents, people who have partners that are in other industries, people who are looking after their siblings that are still a big part of their families, people who have hobbies that they really love and care about. They feel driven to get up. There's a bunch of us training for the Sydney Marathon this year. That's the thing, outside work, that drives us to get up in the mornings and get our run in and then talk about it when we get to uni. What are the things outside work that get you up in the morning? Because work will not always be there. This uni degree will not always be there. And on weekends, it already shouldn't be there doing this for you. But I just watch so many of my classmates burn the candle at both ends. Working weekends, working nights, constantly thinking about these films and problem solving, and ultimately stepping back makes you a better filmmaker. We see that so many times in other fields and in other people, but we struggle to apply that to ourselves. Matilda's, Katrina Gorry. She's spoken so many times about how motherhood has made her a better soccer player because it's no longer the only thing in her life that gets her going, and she actually just can love soccer without, I don't want to put words in her mouth, but it seems to me like she can love soccer without it being her be-all and end-all, and that means she loves it more. Like there's some kind of pressure that's off now. She can actually just enjoy being an athlete in a way that she just had a different relationship with it before she had her kid. What are some other examples? I don't know. I'm sure there are some. I can't say I know there are some, but I can't think of any. I've hit a wall. Maybe I shouldn't have got the camera out and talked to it. I was trying to have a day off today. But I was thinking about these things, and it's just what's been on my mind. There's still another 3/4 of a year until we're done. There's still a whole year until I even have to give my keys back. But I just know that once we finish this degree, people will struggle. And people will miss this. And in some ways, that's beautiful. And in some ways, we shouldn't miss this. We shouldn't miss this. This is really, really hard. We roll into campus and we talk candidly with each other about how no one else in our life understands what we're going through right now, because it's such a unique degree. It's practical and it's academic. Instead of just having like a big thesis paper, we also have multiple other big films we're working on, and we have coursework, and it's a lot. It's a lot, and it's emotionally draining. Creative work always is. The best creative work is stuff that you put a lot of yourself into. I'm working really hard to not idolize this, to love it for what it is, but to not make it the only thing that I draw my purpose and my value from, because I know it will not always be there to provide that for me. All things in moderation, I guess. And I'm trying really hard to keep my weekends. Now the soccer season is starting soon, that will be easier. I'm not refereeing this year. I took a year off to finish my degree, so soccer is only ever a place where I'm there because I want to be, right? Even refereeing, it's kind of a hobby, but you get paid for it. There are certain responsibilities and expectations that go with it. Once soccer season starts, my weekends are me fooling around on muddy fields. And I'm really looking forward to that kind of accountability to not make my uni my full-time thing. I've been working on setting up my home to be a place that I come home and relax in and don't think about uni. This desk over here used to be the center point of my home. It used to be like right in the middle of the room. Everything else worked around it. It's in the corner now, I can sit and do work over there. That's where I do music stuff. On the rare occasion I have music stuff to do. I can do video editing over there, but I've recently taken my hard drives into uni, so even my YouTube video editing, I'm doing at uni. This is a place where I come and I relax and I switch off, right? I'm consciously putting effort into that, because this degree is gonna kill me, and It's not worth dying for. That's just what's on my mind this morning as I eat breakfast at midday and chug orange juice. And yeah. I love my degree. I love my peers. I love my life right now. But I don't want to love it too much. There are other things to love too.